Greetings students. Today we are going to learn about one of China's bank, Agricultural Bank of China. Let us know this company in a much better way. Agricultural Bank of China Limited, also known as Ag Bank, is one of the big four banks in the People's Republic of China. It was founded in 1951 and has its headquarters in Beijing. It has branches throughout mainland China, Hong Kong, London, Tokyo, New York, Frankfurt, Sydney, Seoul and Singapore. ABC has 320 million retail customers, 2.7 million corporate clients and nearly 24,000 branches. It is China's third largest lender by assets. ABC went public in mid-2010, fetching the world's biggest ever initial public offering IPO. As of 2011, it ranks 8th among the top 1,000 world banks. Meanwhile, Forbes Global 2000 named it the 25th largest public company in the world.
The Agricultural Bank of China is one of China's leading banks, and it has its origins in lending money to farmers in rural areas of China. Now, the bank's developed on since then and now lends money not only to agriculture but also to businesses and industry, but still specialises in developing rural China. Originally state-owned, the bank in 2009 became a joint stock limited liability company. The following year, it completed a tremendously successful IPO, raising over $22 billion, and was listed on the Shanghai and Hong Kong stock exchanges. Agricultural Bank of China operates about 31,000 branches and offices throughout China. Aspiring to become a global financial institution, it already has a presence in Hong Kong, Singapore, Tokyo, London and New York. The bank is also determined to diversify its portfolio and offer a suite of integrated products. It purchased Jiahu Insurance in order to enter the life insurance market, and it partnered with Crédit Agricole in order to develop fund management. To grow its retail business, its marketing campaigns have emphasised its nationwide network of ATM machines.
After establishment of the People's Republic of China in 1949, ABC has been formed and abolished several times. In 1951, two banks of the Republic of China, Farmers Bank of China and Corporation Bank, merged to form Agriculture Corporation Bank, which ABC regards as its ancestor. However, the bank was merged into People's Bank of China, the central bank, in 1952. The first bank bearing the name Agricultural Bank of China was founded in 1955, but it was merged into the central bank in 1957. In 1963, the Chinese government formed another agricultural bank. It was also merged into the central bank 2 years later. Today's Agricultural Bank of China was founded in February 1979. It was restructured to form a holding company called Agricultural Bank of China Limited. It was listed on the Shanghai and Hong Kong stock exchanges in July 2010. In April 2007, ABC was the victim of the largest bank robbery in Chinese history. This occurred when two vault managers at the Handan branch of the bank in Hebei province embezzled almost 51 million yuan, US $7.5 million. In 2012, ABC started a project to migrate to the Avalok banking system. During the 2013 Korean crisis, the Agricultural Bank of China halted business with a North Korean bank accused by the United States of financing Pyongyang's missile and nuclear programs. ABC was the last of the big four banks in China to go public. In 2010, shares and H shares of Agriculture Bank of China were listed on the Shanghai Stock Exchange and the Hong Kong Stock Exchange, respectively. Each share was said to cost between 2.7 RMB and 3.3 RMB per share. H shares were said to cost between HK $2.88 and HK $3.48 per share. The final share price for the IPO launch was issued on July 7, 2010. On completion in August 2010, it became the world's biggest initial public offering IPO, surpassing the one set by Industrial and Central Bank of China in 2006 of $21.9 billion. ABC raised $19.21 billion in an IPO in Hong Kong and Shanghai on July 6, 2010 before over-allotment options were exercised. On August 13, 2010, ABC officially completed the world's largest initial public offering, raising a total of $22.1 billion after both Shanghai and Hong Kong's over-allotments were fully exercised. The IPO was once thought to be able to raise $30 billion, but weaker market sentiments dampened the value. Despite a 15-month low for the Chinese benchmark index, the IPO was said to have gone smoothly. CICC, Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley led the Hong Kong offering, with JP Morgan, Macquarie, Deutsche Bank and ABC's own securities unit also involved. CICC, CITIC Securities, Galaxy and Guotai Junan Securities handled the Shanghai portion. ABC sold about 40% of the Shanghai offering to 27 strategic investors, including China Life Insurance and China State Construction. They were subject to lock-up periods of 12 to 18 months. 11 cornerstone investors were selected for its Hong Kong share offering, including Qatar Investment Authority and Kuwait Investment Authority, taking a combined $5.45 billion worth of shares. Interestingly, banks at every level of the food chain have been selling wealth management products. While the big four state-owned banks, China Construction Bank, Bank of China, Industrial and Commercial Bank of China, and Agriculture Bank of China account for the lion's share of what's issued, the CBRC report said that 96 rural credit cooperatives were also selling them. Over the last year, the CBRC has repeatedly increased its monitoring and regulation of wealth management products. In late March, it rolled out its most sweeping regulatory changes to date, limiting the amount of products backed by equities and non-bond debt the banks can sell and requiring the banks provide investors with more detail about how their money is being used. However, it's clear from its annual report that the CBRC feels that the advent of wealth management products is clearly a positive development. In recent years, banks' wealth management operations have developed quickly, helping meet the diversifying financial needs of customers, adding to the financial incomes of citizens, and accelerating the transformation of banks' business model, the report said. That suggests the regulator is happy to see the volume of wealth management products continue to rise. The trick will be for it to stay on top of the risk even as the banks innovate around the rules. So students, we got to know about the various aspects of Agricultural Bank of China. Hope you must have got useful information about the company. Have a nice day.